time, right? How will I broad light? What? Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back again with a new video, and before I start I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing and commenting on my first video. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this one too. So today's video is going to be about my hair journey. I did not want to call it my natural hair journey because I have relaxed my hair twice, and I'm going to tell you all this in this video. That's why I titled it my hair journey. So when I started school, which was in KG3 at Loreto, is when I started growing out my hair. And so at that time I grew out my hair, and then up to class 3 my hair was, I think, mid back length. And so at that time it was so hard for me to manage. Naturally, I have a lot of volume on my head. I have a lot of hair on my head. So even at that age, it was so hard for me to manage. It was so hard for me to handle. Every single day I go to the salon, I'm crying. Every single day my grandma takes me to the salon, I'm crying. I'm like, Shosho, just cut this hair. Me, I don't want this stress. I don't want it. Please, I beg. So at that time, I didn't cut my hair, but my mom decided to relax my hair because it was too much. Like, I was in so much pain, it was traumatizing. Even before I go to the salon, I'm crying in the house because I don't want to go to the salon. They tried to get people to come and do my hair in the house, but I was like, kidogo, nenda choo, and I'm done. I'm not doing my hair again. So it was always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so my mom decided, you know what, Michelle, it's time for you to relax your hair. And so I relaxed my hair. Life happened and we moved to Kampala, Uganda. So when we moved there, of course, I had to cut my hair, but I didn't know. Like, I just did my interview, I passed my interview, and when it was time for me to go to school, is when the weekend before, is when my parents are like, you have to cut your hair in this school, you have to cut your hair. And so I cut my hair, and I was so sad. It was so traumatizing because I had just started learning and loving to be with my hair. It was fun styling it. It was fun putting like the nice cute, and just when I was getting into the vibe, they made me cut my hair. I was so sad, by the way, but you know, as a kid you forget so fast. So I forgot, and my na wewe si ile kukata ati kidogo. That school, my friend, used to go to school and the teacher on duty is checking on the height of your hair. I had short hair 3 years down the line or 4 years down the line, I can't remember so well. Life happened again and we relocated again back to Kenya. So when we relocated back to Kenya, I had the opportunity to grow my hair again. To cut the long story short, I finished class 8. I grew my hair back. It was up to mid back length. By mid back, see at mid back at chini, like here, my hair was like somewhere here when straightened. So I went to high school, and the first high school that I went to, I didn't have to cut my hair. They allowed me to go with braids. So I always did braids, but here's the point. I was in that school for 2 weeks. I was in that school for 2 weeks, which is a story for another day, but yeah. So I had to move schools, and moving schools, I went to a school called St. Catherine. So moving to that school, I had two options. Every other person had two options when it came to hair. You either permed your hair, which is relaxing your hair, or you go to school with your natural hair. But either decision you make or either option you take, just know that there is nothing like blow drying, there is nothing like treatment. So I'm like, with all the trauma I had growing up with my natural hair, I made the decision personally to relax my hair because I knew I was not going to handle this hair. And after all, how bad was it going to be? Not so bad. So like I was like, okay, fine, let me just relax my hair. And at that point I was like, you know, there was a time I had long relaxed hair, but I'm forgetting that at that time I used to go to the salon every other day to, you know, treat my hair, you know, blow dry my hair, sit under the dryer, so that way my hair is maintained. And I used to go on a scheduled treatment, like, you know, my mom made sure that I always treated my hair, so my hair is good quality, right? So I relaxed my hair and I started school. Of course, in school, our priority is to study, right? And every time we requested, like, if we would have braids, because it was not just me facing this problem, our principal, rather, our director, used to always remind us that you guys are here to study and not to take care of your hair. So that was that. I went to school with relaxed hair and I couldn't wash my hair, I couldn't treat my hair. And the reason why was because there was this narrative. I don't know how true this narrative is, but every person who washed their hair with that water, nywele zilikuwa zinaanguka, as in, yo, watu walikuwa wanachana nywele hakuna. Okay, not literally, but like anyone who used to wash their hair with that water, automatically hair just starts falling off. I don't know why. I don't understand why. Maybe they all used to make the same mistake, but that's not the topic of today. So yeah, so I never got to treat my hair, I never got to wash my hair. So I used to treat my hair after 1.5 months. And if you have relaxed hair, you know that is not good for your hair. If you have relaxed hair, you are supposed to treat it after every 2 weeks. That was what my salonist used to tell me, but I didn't have an option because I'm like, okay, fine, we're allowed to wash our hair in school. How will I treat it? Will I sit under the sun? You can do that, but where is the time, right? How will I what? How will I blow dry it? How will I, like, I don't have that kind of luxury here. So I just decided, wacha tu ikae vile itakaa, you know, like you don't have a choice at this point. And so there's this friend of mine called Zara, and here is where she comes into the story. So my friend Zara had natural hair, but her hair was also damaged from heat, and my hair is damaged from relaxer. So she looks at me, she's like, Michelle, you have nice hair, but Zara, what? You have nice hair, but it's damaged. Are you going to cut it after school? I just know she wanted us to both cut our hair, right, Zara? But anyway, so my hair was damaged. My hair used to shed. If you're my classmate, especially my deskmate and people who used to sit around me, I used to comb my hair and you guys are like, Michelle, unakatika hivyo? And I'm like, inakwanga tu hivyo, because to me, I'm okay. I have a lot of hair on my head, as I mentioned. So to me, shedding a few strands of hair every other day is not a lot for me. After all, I still have hair on my head. So I used to console myself with it, but I didn't acknowledge that my hair was damaged. So when I finished high school, I decided not to retouch my hair. Retouching is retreating your hair. You guys who have relaxed hair, you know that. So I decided not to retouch my hair, and this was because I just felt like I will damage my hair more. Sasa, my hair used to be translucent. My hair used to be translucent, or is it transparent? As in, you just hold the hair like this, you do this, and you can see through. So I'm like, hey, if I continue relaxing this hair, my hair will literally fall off. I'm telling you, I had damaged my hair, you guys. You know, I'll attach a picture, I'll attach a video, and anything that I find, I'll attach so you follow. So I'm like, I don't want to cut my hair because I'm used to long hair. I don't want to have to go through the awkward length situation. If you've started hair from scratch, you know your hair reaches a point, it's awkward. It's too big to be an afro. It's too short to be held back. It's too, like, it's just an awkward length. It's just an awkward length. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? I decided to transition. And what is transitioning? Transitioning is when you decide to let all your natural hair grow out and actually, yeah, it just actually grows out and the relaxer just goes by itself, you know, like our hair grows, right? So if you have this part of hair, like it grows out until the point you feel like cutting, or there are actually some people who don't cut it. So I'm like, let me transition. So I transitioned and I was fed up already. It's tiring because when you hold your hair back, you can clearly see the two stages of your hair. You can clearly see this is my natural hair and this is my relaxed hair. And to me, it was not looking good. It was not looking decent. Even when I braided my hair, you still want to have your hair, but it's not good. And then the more the transition, the more the relaxed hair is fading. So the weaker it is, the more it's getting cut, the more all that is happening. So I decided one day I'm on Pinterest and there was also this trend, and actually let me take you back a bit. The real reason I wanted to cut my hair after high school was not for it to be better. It was for a style. There was a time there was this trend called bob. Like people used to cut their hair. I don't know if it was cutting or it's wigs. It used to be like here and then it like angles down. Like I'll attach a video if I get one or a picture. So I wanted to do that style. And if you're in my high school, I used to tell you, yo, me nikimaliza high school, I'm dyeing my hair maroon and I'm cutting it into a bob. And you guys are like, hey, it's gonna look good and all that. But with which hair? I didn't have the hair to do that. So in my transitioning stage, one day I am on Pinterest and I see this other trend called finger coils. And I'm like, oh wow, maybe I should try this. But I'm forgetting that my relaxed hair can't coil. I'm actually excited about the first part of my hair that I have completely forgotten that I have relaxed hair on my head. So I call my salonist and I ask her, hi, can you be able to do this for me? Is it possible? What do I need? So she recommends I buy this product called Osat styling gel. And so I buy Osat styling gel and it's time to style my hair. I go to the salon and as she's washing and like prepping my hair, she's like, Michelle, one thing we forgot to check or discuss or look into is that your hair, your relaxed hair might actually not coil. And I'm like, wait, what? And finger coil is exactly it. You use your finger, coil your hair and lock in the curls in the dryer. But she's like, we'll try, don't worry. I'm already worried because, right, I didn't think of it. It's exactly that. My hair will not coil, you know. So true to it, she coils one part of my head and of course it's not curling. I don't have a picture of that. I didn't take a picture of that, but it's not curling. So the first part of my hair is curling, and then I have this transition part, and then I have the relaxed hair that is spiky because now it has product on it. And so she's like, what do we do? I didn't plan to cut my hair that day. When I left the house, I didn't plan to cut my hair. And so psychologically, I'm not prepared. But I'm like, yo, what can I do? I can't do anything. I bought this gel. It was 1,000 bob. So I'm like, I can't just go back home with this gel. What will I even do with it? At that time, I don't know how to use gel. I don't know nothing. So I decided, you know what? I might as well as cut my hair. But the blunder here was we did not cut the hair leveled. We cut the transition part of the hair. Remember, I told you guys that I have this natural part and then I have the relaxed part, right? So what we cut was the transition, the part between my relaxed hair and the part between my natural hair. So that was the part we cut, and we cut by coil. You know, she coils a part, she cuts, she coils a part, she cuts. So the front part of my hair, because we're trying to achieve a style, is long and the back part of my hair is short. I hated that style and I'm so mad at my friends because they did not even tell me I looked bad. Imagine. So I went home and my mom is like, Michelle, what is on your head? Is it dreadlocks? Is it what? Like you can't even understand. Hazikai finger coils, hazikai dreadlocks, zinaka two spikes. Like you don't even know what you have on your head. And so I decided to remove them. The following day, I entered the shower to unlock the coils, and then I removed, and yo, I never expected it. My hair was at an awkward length. So I go back home. My mom doesn't like my hair. I decide to wash it off. My hair is at awkward length. And then I decide, you know what? Immediately I'm calling Zara. I'm calling my friend. I'm like, Zara, wait, you didn't warn me, because she had already cut her hair. If I didn't mention, her hair was also damaged in high school from heat damage. So we were like in this together, you know, we're on this together. She had also cut her hair at that time because her hair was damaged from heat damage. So at that time, I'm calling Zara. I'm like, you didn't warn me? She's like, yeah, girl, get used to it. You know, that's where my hair is too. And so I'm like, oh no, you're not serious. So at this point, I'm like, what do I do, you know? I'm like, yo, what do I actually do? So immediately I try holding my hair. Hata sikufikiria braiding. Immediately I try holding my hair. I tried a shoelace. I tried a hairband. I tried a silk piece of cloth, and nothing worked. Like literally nothing worked for me. I tried all those things and nothing worked. So I don't know where I got this material. I'll attach a picture here so you get what I mean. But I remember cutting a part of some, like, not silk, more of like, it's almost paper, but it's a piece of cloth. And I remember tying it at the front of my head and literally squeezing out every inch of the hair I have so it can fit there. And when it fit, my edges are not breathing, you guys. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I can't live like this. And immediately I'm thinking braiding. And the following day, or after like a few days, I went to braid my hair because, yo, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing this, you know. I can't hold it. What do? I decided to braid my hair. So I went and I braided my hair for some time, back to back, one type of braid after another, one type of braid after another. I think I braided for about 6 months. I can't remember so well, but last year in 2020 March is when I decided to actually cut and level my hair. Remember, I told you guys that me and my salonist just did our own things and did not level out my hair before doing the finger coils. And so one part of my hair is long, the other part of my hair is short. And so I went to the salon again, I leveled my hair, and this cut out all my relaxed hair. And so yeah, so far that has been my journey. I will attach the state of my hair at the moment, or how my hair looks like at the moment, and we will go on this natural hair journey together. Forget the notion that natural hair journey does not grow. It does grow. There's something you're doing wrong. Forget the notion that natural hair is difficult to handle. Well, it's not difficult, it's not hard, it's just has more work to do, but it's not. I will be telling you guys everything in my next videos. Thank you guys for watching this video up to here. I thank you so much, and have a good day, have a good evening, and have a good night depending on what time you watch this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And without further ado, bye. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I entertained you, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.